You are welcome to Vedic TV, where you get information based on fact.
Good day, my people. Good day, everyone out there listening to me. How on that day? Our today's matter arises says Obasanjo sent urgent message to Asherok. See what he told Tinubu to do that will benefit Nigerians. The thing that will benefit us is for the government to change. Is for the government to change. Actually, that is what will benefit the whole Nigerian. They should just do what they call clean sweep of those in governance right now. But let's know what exactly Obasanjo is saying or what that miraculous thing is that will benefit Nigerians. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo has called on the federal government to prioritize education funding, emphasizing its critical role in national development and economic transformation. Speaking at a recent event, Obasanjo highlighted the growing challenges facing Nigeria's education sector, including inadequate infrastructure, poorly motivated teachers, and limited access to quality learning opportunities for millions of children. Obasanjo expressed concern about the declining state of education in the country, describing it as a major impediment to achieving sustainable development. According to him, no nation can progress meaningfully without a strong and well funded education system. He argued that education is the foundation upon which other sectors of the economy are built, as it equips individuals with the knowledge and skills needed to contribute to society. Education is the bedrock of any society's growth. If we want to see a better Nigeria, we must invest heavily in the education of our children and youths, Obasanjo stated. He urged the government to not only increase budgetary allocations to education, but also ensure proper utilization of funds to address key issues plaguing the sector. The former president also called for a review of policies to make education more accessible and inclusive. He noted that many children, particularly in rural areas, remain out of school due to poverty, insecurity, and cultural barriers. Obasanjo advocated for targeted interventions such as scholarships, school feeding programs, and infrastructure development to bridge these gaps. Obasanjo's remarks come amid widespread concerns about Nigeria's allocation of resources to education. Despite commitments made at international forums such as the UNESCO recommendation for countries to allocate at least 15 to 20% of their annual budget to education, Nigeria continues to fall short, with education often receiving less than 10% of the national budget. Experts have warned that underfunding education will have long-term consequences for Nigeria's economic growth and social stability. They argue that a poorly educated population is less likely to innovate, compete globally, or address the myriad challenges facing the country, from unemployment to insecurity. In addition to government efforts, Obasanjo called on the private sector, civil society, and international organizations to support education initiatives in Nigeria. Everyone has a role to play in ensuring our children have access to quality education. This is not just a government responsibility, it's a collective effort, he said. Obasanjo's plea serves as a timely reminder of the urgent need to prioritize education as a national policy for Nigeria to realize its full potential and compete on the global stage. Investing in education must be seen not as an option, but as an imperative. We all know how bad our Nigerian educational system is. It is so bad, down from primary to secondary to the university level. In fact, the university level is even worse. Now, federal schools that are funding the secondary and university schools or levels were founded or were made to make it easier for people to be able to attain education they are not able to attain because of the prices of private school. Federal school is supposed to be easier to be able to pay. Like the school fees is supposed to be easier to be able to pay. Yes, they are little money. There's no way the federal government can fund all the students, so you need to pay a certain amount to the government at least to get good education for them to be able to pay the teachers that are teaching, understandable. But now the prices of the school fees of the secondary school and the university level is scary. In fact, at this point, just go to a private school. They increase the school fees so much that it's now hard for the parents to be able to get their kids in the university. And still, it's not like it's getting any better. It's not like there are enough infrastructure in schools. It's not like there's enough science lab. It's not like there's enough ground for students to be able to learn very well. But yet they keep increasing the money. It's now very hard for someone to go to school. Okay, fine, you went to school, you went through school, you've come out with your good results. There's no job. And then those students then begin to ask themselves, what's the point of trying? If after trying too hard to be able to gain my first class or second class, and I come out and there is nothing for me in this country, why try too hard? And you wonder why there's insecurity. And you wonder why young people are going into Yahoo. And you wonder why they're going into stealing. And you wonder why they're going into rituals. There is nothing this country is giving to the youth. They shout, youth forum, youth this, youth this. We are inventing this for the youth. What youth? What youth has benefited from the government? None. You said the youth are out there in the streets, being agboro after going to school and learning courses like law, courses like medicine, courses like banking. You will come out in the streets and start pushing barrel. Nobody wants to do that. Nobody. So the government needs to work it out. And in the case of strike in federal school, that is one thing that needs to be solved. Our educational system, if it gets any better, we need to start thanking God. We've come to the end of today's content. Do not forget to subscribe and stay tuned to our channel. Thank you.